the speed of Earth's rotation is slowing down. It's true that the Earth is no longer spinning as fast as it used to. Around 200 million years ago, when dinosaurs roamed on Earth, a day was only 23 hours long. Today, Earth takes exactly 23 hours 56 minutes and 4 seconds to complete a rotation. This means the Earth is slowing down at the rate of 1.4 milliseconds every 100 years. This is due to the gravitational pull of the Moon. The Moon's gravitational pull causes a tidal bulge, which is a slight distortion in the shape of Earth during tides. This affects the speed of Earth's rotation. History behind the name Earth. The name Earth is at least 1000 years old, and it is a Germanic word which simply translates to the ground. It is not known who came up with it, but it is the only planet that wasn't named after a Greek or Roman god. All the other planets in our solar system are named after Greek or Roman gods and goddesses. Changes in the magnetic field of the Earth. The magnetic field of the Earth reverses 4 or 5 times every million years, with the north and south poles swapping over. In fact, over the past 20 million years, our planet has settled into a pattern of a pole reversal about every 2 lakhs to 3 lakhs years. As of now, however, it has been more than twice that long since the last reversal. These reversals aren't split-second flips and instead occur over hundreds and thousands of years. During this lengthy stint, the magnetic poles start to wander away from the region around the spin poles and eventually end up switched around, according to Cornell University astronomers. A land that is not owned by any country. Antarctica is the only land on our planet that is not owned by any country. In 1961, 12 countries signed the Antarctic Treaty, which established that the region remained politically neutral. No nation or group of people can claim any part of the Antarctic as territory. Countries cannot use the region for military purposes or to dispose of radioactive waste, and research can only be done for peaceful purposes. Earth doesn't actually take 365 days to complete one revolution around the Sun. Earth actually takes 365.2564 days to go around the Sun. Our calendar does not take into account 1/4 of a day each year. But since it's impossible to have 1/4 of a day, our calendar compensates by giving us an extra day once every 4 years. That's why there is a 29th February every 4 years. Only 3% of water on Earth is fresh water. Around 71% of the surface is covered by water and 29% by land. The water is 3% fresh and 97% salted. Fresh water is the water which contains less than 1 mg of dissolved salts per liter. This means that seas does not have fresh water as they contain high levels of dissolved salt. It is found only in rivers, lakes, wells and glaciers. But the problem is that of the 3%, only 1% is actually drinkable, since the rest forms the frozen ice caps in North and South poles. This is why it's important not to waste water. Earth is not round. It is true that Earth is not perfectly round. It bulges at the equator and is slightly flattened at the poles. The shape of Earth is known as an oblate spheroid. This was first pointed out by Newton. The reason for this strange shape is the speed at which Earth rotates. Have you ever seen a potter mold a pot? A slight bulge appears in the center because of the spinning motion. The bulge on Earth's surface is similar to this. Your weight differs depending on which part of the world you are in. Gravity does not exert the same force uniformly across Earth's surface. This means that you would weigh more in some places of Earth than others. In fact, the same object is likely to weigh 0.5% more at the poles than at the equator. The reason for this is the slight equatorial bulge. Standing at the poles, you are likely to be significantly closer to the core of Earth than you would if you were standing at the equator, which affects the amount you weigh. The Mariana Trench is deeper than Mount Everest, put upside down. Located in the Western Pacific Ocean, this trench is 25,42,000 meters long, 69,000 meters wide, and 11,034 meters deep. Mount Everest, on the other hand, is only 8,848 meters tall. The deepest point on the trench is the Challenger Deep. 200 million years ago, all continents were actually one large landmass. It has been proven that 200 million years ago, around the time when dinosaurs roamed on Earth, all land was actually part of a one large landmass called Pangaea. The northern part of this supercontinent was called Laurasia. It consisted of North America and Eurasia. The southern part, called Gondwana, consisted of Australia, South America, Africa, Antarctica, and India. However, India later broke away from this large landmass and drifted towards Asia. When India collided with Asia, the tectonic plates underneath started pushing the land upwards, and that's how the Himalayas were formed.